here. Summer is on the way, the sun is out, it's time to change over your wardrobe, put away all your bulky outerwear if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, and look forward to summer dressing. I have gone and trawled through all of the kind of new-in, summery kind of things and picked out all of the juicy good pieces that I think are worth considering should you have some gaps in your wardrobe that you want to fill for the summer. I've got it across categories. Okay, we've got bags, we've got accessories, we've got clothes, we've got shoes, all of that. Link's going to be below in the shopping button on the screen. Guys, if you're new here, my name is Cassie and I'm a self-diagnosed luxury addict. I put out videos on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, so if you like luxury fashion, then you're probably going to love it here. So head down there, subscribe, turn on the bell, become a member of our luxury addicted family. When are we going to rehab? Never. One thing that I want in the summer is foolproof fine jewellery. And this is where today's video sponsor comes in, IDYL. I don't think I've ever done like an actual unboxing of IDYL on this channel, which is crazy considering that they have been a sponsor for years now. So I thought that I would unbox for you my newest piece to add to my collection. And this is actually a piece that they've had this style for a while. IDYL do drop kind of new styles pretty regularly, so there's definitely something for everybody. And I don't know why it's taken me this long to get this particular style, but I'm excited to see it. Okay, oh, we have a pouch, and inside the pouch, oh, we have the shine serum, and a little cleaning brush. Now, I say that these are foolproof because they're diamonds, okay? You can swim in the ocean, you can lay by the pool in these, you can wear them to dinner, you can wear them to a wedding, you can wear them to the gym, I don't care where you are, and they are going to ride with you, all right? They are going to stand by your side and they're going to do their job and they're going to sparkle either way. I don't know what activities you like to get up to, but these are going to stick with you. So these are made out of lab-grown diamonds in Antwerp, and okay, I just saw a peek. And because they're lab-grown, it means that they are more affordable in price than natural diamonds, but they're the same. They sparkle the same. Look, I have the Paris on right now, and I have the Capri that honestly has not left my second ear hole since I got it. But let's go and put on the Gabrielle hoops, okay? I went for the white gold. By the way, all of the IDYL jewelry options you can choose in white, yellow, or rose gold. So whatever your vibe is, you can match that, or you can mix things up. And there they are. They are these sort of oval, half pave diamond hoops, and then the stud is going to go right through there. So let's swap out the Paris that I have in. So now we have the bare stud all on its lonesome, and hold on, okay, this is going to go for this ear, okay? So we are literally just going to thread her through, and there we go. It also means that it's easy for packing, okay? You don't have to pack a wardrobe of lots of different big earrings or whatever. You can just pack the add-ons and then it's easy. It also means that you don't have to buy a whole new pair of earrings, because once you have a set of the studs, this is great, this is very me. How have I not had these before? I love a hoop. Glorious. It also means that once you have a stud, you can just buy the add-ons. You don't have to buy the stud and the add-on every time. You can swap things out according to your mood, according to the style, whatever it is that you're going to. And crucially, the craftsmanship is there. This is a women-owned brand, and like I mentioned, everything is designed and made in Antwerp. Oh, there she is, yeah. And everything comes with this little certificate. Oh, certified and hand-checked by Jack. Shout out to Jack. And it says here, everything traceable 14 karat solid gold, handmade in Antwerp, Belgium. It tells you the color grade, the clarity, all of that. All of the pertinent information is there for you. And let me tell you, I can stand by the craftsmanship because I've had mine for years and I've never had a single problem. Honestly, when I tell you that they stick with you through thick and thin, that is very true. Down below are going to be links to some of my IDYL favorites, and my code CassieThorpe10 should work across the site. Should you be intrigued, or should you want to add to your collection if you already have a pair of IDYL studs. Thank you so much to IDYL for sponsoring this part of the video. Would it be summer if we didn't talk about Loewe Paula's Ibiza? I mean, that's the sign, all right? If you're unsure, has summer arrived yet, blah, 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 is Loewe's Paula's Ibiza out? That's the real question. This is Jonathan Anderson's last Paula's Ibiza collection for Loewe. So if that means something to you, keep that in mind. But as usual, this is always a fun, fresh collection of summer faves. Loewe is the go-to when it comes to raffia bags when you're wanting a designer raffia bag, right? So I do have a couple of highlights from this collection. So the medium Ola bag. We tend to see raffia bags when it comes to like totes, bucket bags, that kind of thing. But I really liked this take on it of like a casual shoulder bag. It has this interesting ruffle down the front there. This sort of reminds me of, what is that? There's like a thing in the ocean. There's some sort of organism of sorts that moves like that in the ocean, and it's quite a sight. Anyway, I'm happy for it, and I'm happy that it's on this bag. I also like the fact that it comes with this resin donut shoulder strap. Again, I think that it adds a little bit of hardware and a little bit of something that usually when it comes to raffia, we really just see it kind of with leather straps. So I like this, I think it's fun. It comes in natural black, a rust, and like a khaki green. Great colours, great bag. The other one to mention, if you're more of like a hobo style, if that's what you're after, then the small punch hole hobo. There we go. It's a very simple kind of raffia bag, but then you have this thick, almost guitar-like leather strap that's got Loewe in foil on the bottom of it. You can adjust it, so you can make her a shoulder bag or she can be crossbody. And again, it's just sort of easy. You don't need to worry about things. You throw it in and go. This is one of those pieces. Now, a bag that I couldn't not mention, this fabulous little beehive bag, complete with fluffy little bumblebees buzzing around. It's very cute, it's very novelty, it's very Loewe. It's got a sort of little drawstring pouch inside to keep all of your valuables safely squirreled away. But this reminds me of a style that they're doing again this year, but it really sort of started last year. This is the little square pocket. Again, if you want something that is small, easy, something that would be great for like a concert, if you are doing a lot of sightseeing out and about, you don't need too much with you, but you just want your essentials, this is a great bag for that. There is a new version. What have they called it? The drawstring pocket. It's more expensive and it looks flimsy, if you ask me. The original sort of pocket square is a lot more substantial and a better spend, if you ask me. So that is that. Then we know that Burberry has been having a little bit of a rough time. Okay, we've had peaks and troughs when it comes to finding their footing. But oh my gosh, Burberry is back. I love this new direction that they're going in, and one of the things that they've done is have this Burberry Classics section of the website, which is fantastic for summer pieces. You've got everything from your Burberry check bikinis to, you know, I love my Burberry shorts. They've got some great shorts there. Easy kind of button up with a waist tie, cotton dresses, things like that. Couple of things to highlight. The festival t-shirt and tank. Great. We have become very used to these sort of logo tanks over the last year or so. Just a plain tank, little brand's logo, and they're charging you $400 to $500 for it, sort of thing. Well, you know, 3 to 4 if you're in the UK. It's kind of ridiculous, but I really do like this particular take on it, where you've got the Burberry checked sort of tape with a bit of ruching down the side. I think that it adds to the design, but also feels very Burberry in a way that's not just, let me write Burberry on it and be done with it. So really like those. They come in a few colours each. A great pick if that is something that you've been thinking about. Also, the shoes. They have got a pair of slides. They're the Check Muse slides. And as we know, a go-to is always like the Hermes Oran, all right? And what can we do a little bit differently? This is a really great option. I actually mentioned it on my Substack. Oh my gosh, yeah, I have a Substack. If you want even more content out of me, it'll be linked below. What I like about this is that the strap on the front is cut very sort of low, so it seems very elegant. It's quite a slim profile, so if you have wider feet, maybe this isn't a great option for you. But if you don't, I think that there's something about this that feels easy, but also elegant and chic. And I like that. I also really enjoy the espadrilles that they've come out with, and also the Check Muse mules. They come in a couple of different heel heights, and again, it's basically that slide with a heel, and I think that she's easy, chic, and fabulous. What more do you want? Shout out to Burberry. I'm loving it. The next thing is more of a collection of items, a low profile sneaker. If you're going to be doing a lot of walking this summer, nothing quite as sort of, you know, intense as a hike, but you're going to be walking on the city streets, you know, maybe some cobblestone cobblestone streets, whatever. If you want something sort of trendy, then everything is low profile. This very flat to the floor kind of style. You've got a number of brands doing this. The ones to highlight are the Louis Vuitton Sneakerina. This has got a bit more of a square toe. It's a leather and suede mix. Few different colour combinations here, so you can go down the monogram route, or you can have one that's like pink or green or whatever, so there's options. The other one here are the Prada, what are they called? Unclear. They are a nylon and suede mix, and these are lighter than air, all right? You will put them in your sodden case, and the problem is that you won't be able to find them because they are just so flat and nothing, just air. If you want to be barefoot, but you don't feel like that's socially acceptable, this is the shoe for you. However, a sort of bit more substantial option of that are the Miu Miu Gymnasium sneakers. 3 colour variations here. A couple are a little bit more neutral, and then you've got one that's like blue and green and whatever. And again, that's a sort of nylon-y suede mix that is in line with these. And listen, you know that the girls are loving Miu Miu, so I'm throwing that out there as an option. Bottega. If you are in the market for a belt, the bunny belt, I think this is a stroke of creative genius. This belt buckle is a sort of abstract bunny, all right? So you have its ears, the little sort of spoke that goes through the holes of the belt is its nose, okay? It's tiny little cute little pink bunny nose, and it has the eyes sort of on the side. And what I like about this is that it doesn't look on the nose novelty, such that you're walking around and people are like, oh, she's got a bunny on her belt, right? Which you might want to do, but you also might not want that. It's so brilliantly done that it's sort of abstract, and if you look at it, then you can see, but otherwise it's just a cool belt. Love this. This comes in a pink and a black. I know in stores they were sort of a little bit hard to come by, but there are still some sizes online. This next one, listen, if anything, I am consistent. I like the things that I like, and I'm going to talk a lot about the things that I think are worth it. And no, I'm not sponsored. I would love to be, but I think that this is an excellent summer bag. This is the Savette Mesh Symmetry Pochette. It comes in this glorious peachy pink. It also comes in a black and a beige. And I think that this is just fabulous. First of all, it's light as a feather, all right? So pack in easy. It's great. It has silver hardware. I think the black has gold. I cannot remember what the beige has, honestly, because I don't really think about the beige one that much. Like, of all of the colours, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you do a glorious turquoise? Just throwing that out there. Anyway, it's a fantastic summer bag. Summer bags, you know, we like the sort of transparency, the see-through, the mesh, the raffia, and this is such a brilliant option. This is something that you can do during the day, you can do it at night. By the way, do not be concerned about this, like thinking that the flap is wonky. It's not, it's just because there's nothing in it. But otherwise it is, like when it has some weight in it, it pulls straight. Anyway, it's great. I also think that the brand is excellent quality, the price point is good, and I'm personally very happy, and I just want you to be too, so there we go. Versace La Vacanza, their summer collection. Why did I have to say it like that? I don't know, but I enjoyed the way that it rolled off the tongue. So they have dropped their summer collection, and it is, most of the print is this underwater Barocco, and isn't it beautiful to look at, truly? 2 pieces to highlight. Number 1, the long buttoned cover up. If you are wanting to invest in something that, you know, is a cover up that you can go to time after time after time, it's gonna look great, it's throw on, you don't have to think about it. I think this is a great option. It looks beautiful, the pattern is great. You can wear it nice and open, and you know, it'll just sort of float behind you in the sort of salty breeze of wherever you are. Or you can button it up. You could do a silk scarf as another like little belt, and you can be clip-clopping around town. I don't know, right? But I just think that that's such a beautiful cover-up option. The other thing that actually surprised me about this was La Medusa sandals. These are a sort of a well-done footbed sandal. So you have that sort of thing where the shoe has a lip, okay, sort of Birkenstocky, so it goes, you know, it's got a nice little footbed, but it's done in a way that seems still very streamlined. My issue with the footbed ones is that, you know, they're all dad sandals, and then you're like, great, but what if I don't want that vibe, but I want that level of comfort? Then I think that this is a brilliant option. They do this in black leather, where you've just got the gold Medusa winking at you from the middle of your foot there, or if you want something with a little bit more fun and colour, they do a pink and a blue underwater Barocco, silk scarfy sort of version of this that, again, I think looks fun. It's not going to be as durable as the leather, keep that in mind, but they're pretty. So when it comes to summery outfits, you know that I love a set. Sometimes it's so hot you don't want to think, right? And you're just like, get anything on me. At this point, I do not care. But in order to minimize the fashion mistakes that might be made, a set is always easy. There's zero thinking involved, all right? It's great. Alemais is an excellent brand. I'm hoping to make my first purchase from the brand soon. And they do really great linen sets, like a linen short sleeve shirt with a matching short. They do beautiful pattern dresses. They do silk sets, silk trousers and shirts matching. You can do them as separately. You can do them as a full cohesive look. But it's a brilliant brand and they're Australian actually, fun fact. They just do summer really well. Another excellent summer bag that I have, and I don't really talk about it a lot, but she will be going with me on my honeymoon. If you want an alternative to something like a raffia bag, but you would use it in the exact same situations, might I float the idea of an Alemais Mina bag to you? A great easy tote. So these are laser cut leather. They have different sort of patterns that you can get them in, and they also have an attached pouch. So you can put all of your important belongings in there and you can't remove this. It's great, it's easy, you just want a light, once again it's light. I think its only downside at the moment is that on the Alemais website specifically, I'll see if I can find some better colours below, they're only really doing it in neutrals. And I'm like, but this is, what about a dusty blue? What about a bright yellow? What about a pink? A green? Anyway, so that's my only beef, but otherwise, great, easy, reliable bag if you want an option that's not a raffia. Now, sunglasses. We all know where to go for the classic styles, okay? So I'm not gonna bore you with that. But for the more unique sunglasses, let's say you want something that stands out just a little bit more. Two to make you aware of. The Miu Miu Ombre sunglasses, excellent. I tried these on at a preview. I also know that they sold out on Louisa v Roma. Unclear about anywhere else. As I mentioned, I'll have links below to make everything easy. But what I like about these is that the arms sort of project forward off of the face, not in a way that seems weird or feels any different, but I think that it just adds a really nice bit of dimension and a bit of difference. Otherwise, I think it's a really easy sort of shape to wear, comes in a few different colours. But the other option I have for you is, I love Linda Farrow sunglasses full stop. They are expensive because a lot of the time they're made, you know, 24 karat gold plated and stuff like that. But they also do collaborations with brands and they tend to be cheaper. So they just launched another collaboration with the Attico and the Mina sunglasses. You remember how I'm meant to be on a sunglasses ban? Well, I already broke it because I bought the Gentle Monster one. So like, what's one more? They are fantastic aviators, but they're all sort of like, they're massive and they just float off of the top bar. There's nothing else going on and I like it. And I like them and I think the price is pretty decent. So there's those. Hats. We know I'm not the biggest hat girl. However, the Miu Miu cowboy hat that sort of has these poppers on the side so that you can raise the flaps. I don't know. The brim can be unbrimmed, unclear. That sold out last year. It seems to be on its way to selling out this year as well, but putting it on your radar. Now, the other one that I wanted to mention to you, I came across this and I thought it was very cool. There is a Parisian brand that uses genuine bandanas, like American-made bandanas, made in South Carolina, and basically patchworks them to create these really cool pieces. One of which are these like bucket hats with the strings. I've gone on record and have been a hater of bucket hats for many, many years. I think these are quite cool. So what does that tell you? This is the last time I'm speaking about Miu Miu in this video. I know, but they're hot. What can I tell you? Again, last year they came out with these like wicker basket bags. They were a runaway success. They're doing basket bags in leather now. 2 sizes. There's a small and a medium. The small comes in a white, brown, and a lemon yellow. Has like a little luggage tag on the front. Comes with a crossbody strap. They're gonna do well. It's just undeniable. And listen, I like to keep you on top of it. Another one that I would be remiss to mention is the last and final Louis Vuitton Takashi Murakami drop. This drops in early May and it's the cherries. Once again, it's not as big as the first multicolour drop and I don't know how they're going to deal with this because the last 2 drops have kind of been all over the place in terms of getting a piece and then there were restocks online and then we're like, why were we panicking and whatever. Anyway, So I don't know what this one's going to be like, but the specific pieces that I wanted to highlight, and what is actually quite interesting, is aside from the bags, shoes, and small leather goods that were done for the last two collections, in this collection there is also a sun lounger, some plates, a teapot, a bicycle, 2 pieces of swimwear, and a fan. There's a wider range of items here. Not as many, but across categories. There's also perfume, little sort of like bag charms and jewellery and stuff like that. The standout pieces to me, I think that the white pieces are a little bit beware, because you've got white, you've got that red interior. I don't know how that's gonna go, but I'm warning you. So I think that you're better with the monogram canvas or the straight up denim pieces if you want something that's going to be durable. I really like the the Nano Alma. I think it's really cute. It's just got one set of cherries on it. I think that that's adorable. It's super juicy. There we go, it's happening. And then just a little honourable mention, Pucci, the brand of the summer. Do not forget them. They have got everything from bikinis to sarongs and pareos and shoes and bags and fun little tops, fabulous little going out dresses for a holiday, all of that. However, they do tend to go on sale. If you've got a Pucci outlet near you, have a look. But I thought that I would mention it. Don't forget to check out IDYL and their links below, and my code CassieThorpe10 in case you want to participate. I'm going to leave a link. Let me know what was your favourite thing that I mentioned today, and I'm going to leave a link to another video over here in case you haven't already seen it. Have an amazing morning, afternoon or evening wherever you are. And in the words of my father,
if you've enjoyed it, tell your friends. If you haven't, keep your mouth shut.
I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.